Hello, welcome back to the channel. This is going to be a very short and sweet Divine Masculine check-in. I've already pulled some cards and it was actually just a personal read that I was doing, but the message was so potent that I decided I wanted to just pop on here and share it with you guys. It's really quickly. So the cards have already been pulled and some messages have already been being channeled and coming through, but we'll see if there's a little bit more that wants to come up and going deeper. So this was just this was after I'd been pulling cards. I'd pulled some oracle cards. I was kind of getting this overall message of where the masculines are. And the last question that I'd kind of asked is, where are they in terms of this connection? And the first card that popped out, very, just a strong pop out, was the Nine of Swords. So they are in a lot of fear and anxiety and worry. And I asked Spirit, how come? Where is all this fear and worry coming from? And the answer Spirit gave me was the High Priestess and Justice. So Spirit is sending them a lot of messages. There's been a lot of awakenings, third eye openings around this connection, what it truly is, what it's been, and how divine justice needs to be served. And their Spirit has been showing the masculines where they have been, self-abandoning. And whenever someone is self-abandoning, they're also going to be hurting the people around them. So it's really just this awareness. And I can't tune into every personal situation, every specific twin flame relationship. But for many, there's some general themes. And those themes are, on the masculine's part, a lack of commitment, a lack of attention, a lack of feelings shared, a lack of truth, a lack of honesty. There's just, you hear, you've had your own experience, and then if you do get the chance to talk to other people on this journey, you hear it's almost a mirrored experience where the divine feminines feel like they're going above and beyond, they're giving their light, and they're self-abandoning in these relationships because they're constantly always giving their masculine the benefit of the doubt. There is this sort of pedestal experience that happens between the twins where they both kind of put the other on a pedestal, but that doesn't actually build a real genuine connection. That doesn't build something that's made to last. And that's what Spirit is showing them. So if you have I've been talking to a lot of divine feminines on TikTok. So if you have been feeling like all of a sudden you're getting these visions and these images or memories coming back from the past with you and your divine masculine, and you're feeling anger or hurt or pain, like you're like, oh my God, they were so shitty to me. How come I didn't see that? How was I not paying attention to that? What the heck? Like, why did I let him treat me that way? Why didn't I stand up for myself? Why didn't I say no? And you're just seeing things very, very clearly, but with a darkness to it. Just know that this is coming from your masculines. It's all that they're processing around this connection. And you have this cord, you are the same soul, so you're connected through a channel, a cord of light. So when they're feeling something, it's gonna transfer over to you. And sometimes one twin will process things physically and the other twin will process things emotionally, and then you'll flip back and forth. So I do feel that the masculines are really processing things in the emotion space at this time. I know that this card doesn't necessarily reflect emotion, but from a lot of the pulls that I've been doing for them, there's a lot of emotion coming forward. And so you may be, divine feminines, you may be processing this deep emotion that they're going through these awarenesses coming in through the headspace. You may be getting these you thought you had forgiven, you thought you had healed, you thought you had let that go, and then all of a sudden it's popping into your awareness out of the blue, it seems, and making you feel just kind of angry and like, what the heck, man? Like, why did I do that to myself? And this is a beautiful process too, though, divine feminine. Just keep in mind, because yes, you can remind yourself it's actually my masculine processing this stuff, because he's working with the High Priestess, and the High Priestess is showing him the justice that needs to occur in this connection. But it's also a beautiful process for you, because it means that you're coming deeper and deeper into your own power, and you're recognizing the ways that you were not in your power before, the things that you were accepting, the breadcrumbs that you were accepting, the ways of being that you were allowing your masculine to be in with you when you know you deserved more. So, and now you really can see it clearly, and it's not from a tit for tat place. It's not from a like ego, you know, toxic relationship way, like, you know, I'm not going to give until you give. It's not that energy. When you've stepped into your power, it's really just, I know what I'm worth. I know I deserve the fucking world. And I know there's many people that would give me that and offer that to me. So I'm standing here and I'm not moving until Spirit tells me to move. I'm not entering into anything, friendship, business, relationship, even family dynamics, unless I feel a purity and I feel truth and I feel that I will be in my power. This is a big message coming through right now. I know I've heard some channelers speak that they've been working with Archangel Michael, and this is a very similar message he's giving. It's really about keeping your channel pure, and in the relationships, that in the places that we're engaging with other people, making sure we're able to honor our truth, honor who we really are. And if someone is not doing that, you kindly, lovingly let them go at this time. And if that is your masculine, then that is your masculine. But this is a check-in, we're going to keep it on them, but it's just letting you know kind of where they're at. And this is being shown to them, which is just, thank God. You know what I mean? Thank you, Spirit. Thank you, God. Thank you, angels. Thank you for stepping in. Thank you for showing the masculines who they've been and how they have done the feminines wrong, how they've done her wrong. And they didn't mean to. It's not in a, you know, toxic relationship, narcissist, you know, empath relationship. It's not that. So don't let yourself get confused thinking it's that, because a lot of people try to put the twin flame relationships in that box. You're the same soul, so it's not that. These are places that you've abandoned yourself, and that's why they mirror that back to you, because you were abandoning your worth in the relationship. You were taking the breadcrumbs. You were accepting them. You were allowing this other person who wasn't quite at your level to bring you down to their level, instead of maintaining and staying at your level and asking them to rise up, calling them forth, calling them forward. And that's what you're going to be able to create in the reunion. That's what the two of you will be creating. And you'll mirror back, you'll flip back and forth. One of you may be holding their power and standing their ground, your divine masculine. You know, he may be in his power, and then you may dip down and he may say, hey, I'm going to call you forward. I'm calling you forth. I'm not going to stoop down to where you're at, but I'm going to hold your hand and help you get up here. And you're going to do that for each other back and forth, because again, this is a spiritual journey. That's ultimately what it's about. So let's go to these next cards. So so it was like the question that I was asking Spirit was where are the masculines at with this connection? So we have, where do I want to start? They're in the Five of Swords. So they're in a defeat. They're in a loss. Again, if all of a sudden out of the blue, you've been feeling like maybe it's over, maybe it's really truly over this time, and you feel this disconnection, this complete disconnection, you're disconnected because they're deeply connected to the loss. We mirror each other. Sometimes when you're really kind of in that hooked emotional energy with them, they then disconnect completely. Right now, they are not disconnected. They are very, very tuned in to this connection because Spirit is working with them on it. So they're very, very tuned in, which is actually enabling and allowing you to be detached and disconnected. But if you are getting these downloads coming on all of a sudden, like, hey, maybe this connection is really over, maybe it's not for me, just know that's because they're in this defeat energy. They're really feeling like they fucked up. They don't know how to get it back. Spirit is showing them they're just being stubborn. They know they have to apologize. They know they have to share their feelings. They know they have to come forward. They know they have to make some big moves in their lives, in their material worlds. And those are all really scary. And they're still kind of just in this victim, like, I don't want to, I can't, I'm not capable, I'm not strong enough. Because we got the Emperor in reverse. Whoop. I have some spirits in the room with me, and they just threw a book on the floor. So if you see any orbs, they're here. We do have the Emperor in reverse, and they know that they need to write this. They know they need to get into their divinity and their divine masculine energy. They know they need to step into this because Spirit's showing them the justice that has to come. They can't do it from this place. They can do it when they're in the upright, but they cannot do it from this place. And they're very aware. Like I said, they're just digging in their heels. They're in this poor me energy. And you can relate. We can all relate. We share the same soul. So as many times as you've been in the poor me, victim mentality on your spiritual journey, so are they. It's not forever though. Everything is temporary. They will get out of this energy. Because guess what? Anytime we do have a major arcana show up, that's an energy that's present. So the highest exaltation of this energy is available to them, as is the lowest. And sometimes we have to start at the bottom to work our way up. So we stay in the low frequency to learn what that is. And then once we get really sick of that, we get sick of our own shit, we get sick of our own pity party, that's when we start to pull ourselves out of it. And they have all the support they could possibly need with Spirit right now. So don't worry about your masculines. They're figuring it out. But you do need to be aware that they are in this dark energy. So if things are coming through for you that you're just all of a sudden just feeling hopeless and lost, just let it go. Just process any emotion, anger, whatever that comes up. Really, really allow yourself to feel it, because that's the only way it will be able to leave. And then once it does, just move on. Just recognize, hey, it's not mine. Many of us are empaths. Probably every single one of us on the twin flame journey are an empath. So you've learned this lesson. Sometimes you'll feel things all of a sudden that you just know aren't yours. And the best exercise is to kind of just set the intention. This isn't mine. I know it's not. So I'm letting it go now. Yeah, letting it go in peace. Okay, beautiful. So we also have the King of Cups, which lets us know that they are deep in their emotion. They are really, really feeling it, the truth, the awareness, their feelings for you, the pain that they've caused you, the pain that they've caused themselves, the mess they've made. They're just feeling it all in a deeply, deeply emotional place right now. Like it's heavy. Sometimes I feel into the King of Cups energy in a spread, and it feels fairly good. It's like positive. It feels nice. It's like, yes, I feel good in this emotional space, but this doesn't feel good, just so you know. Like the energy and the feelings I'm getting from this are like dark and heavy, upsetting. And also keep in mind with the King of Cups, they're not coming forward. They're not sharing how they're really feeling. So this is showing us that in their lives, they're keeping this in. They're not sharing. They're not talking about it with anybody. They are really keeping up the image and the appearances that everything's okay. They might even be doing some things in secret. They might even be doing some, especially when it comes to their karmic situations or their 3D situations, because Spirit's really working with them. So they know what they need to do. They can't plead ignorance anymore. We're past that. So they know what they need to do, and they're hiding it from others. So they may be making secret moves. They may be doing things in their material worlds, but they're not letting other people in. And Spirit is kind of encouraging them to let people in. Obviously, not everyone can be trusted in their worlds. They had a pretty dark, bleak world for a while. So not everyone can be trusted, but Spirit will always send you the right people, the right person at the right time to really open your heart. And it's probably the practice that your masculine needs to get ready to open his heart to you. So whether it's a family member, a close friend, another divine masculine, somebody in their life that is going to listen without judgment and like with an open heart, and really be neutral, not really tell them what to do, just be an ear for them to listen. That's what Spirit is really moving them towards, but they're not there yet. We also have some pretty positive energies, I will say. We have, in this deck, it's the Princess of Pentacles, so Page of Pentacles, and then we also have the Knight of Cups. And so this is a really lovely energy because both of these cards speak to new beginnings in love. They speak to deeper commitment. They speak to affection. They speak to emotion. They speak to creativity, working with Spirit, a divinely blessed union. The Princess of Pentacles is really about building something with a solid foundation in the material world, listening to the guidance, to the signs, to everything, really, all of the messaging that they're getting in order to have just a harmonious and loving truthful connection. So this energy is with them. They're feeling this. They know this is what they need to step into. And they'll be able to do this once this tower moment kind of completes for them, once they start taking action. But just know that they are in their feelings. These cards really do speak to the emotion. They want to rush in. I've been getting a lot of rush in cards in my other pulls. I've been getting the Eight of Wands, the Chariot. I've been getting the Eight of Wands in reverse. So the Eight of Wands in reverse is like an impatience. It's like an unforeseen delay that comes in. But more than anything, whoever this person is, they want to just push past it. They want to ignore it. They're like, well, no, I just want to keep going. So there are things coming up. It all is working out in this divine timing. We do need to remember, we do need to trust that. But I found this to be such a powerful read, and even more powerful, bottom of the deck, the Lovers. So this is really where they're at. This is what they're coming up against. This is Seven of Wands underneath that, and the Sun underneath that. So they're really, really working through what needs to be worked through to get to the decision in this connection, to get to the action, to get to moving forward. They're fighting for it. They're not letting it go. They're fighting for it. And they know what they need to do. This energy right here is really powerful. This is really, really powerful energy, as well as kind of the current circumstances. But again, anytime we have a major arcana with this Emperor in reverse, it's only a matter of time before they get sick of their own shit and they upright this energy. And that's where the action will come from. That's the divine masculine. The masculines move, they create, they lead, they take charge. They are courageous, bold, fearless. They speak their truth. So this is coming, divine feminines. It's coming. In the meantime, take absolute beautiful care of your temples, your body. Work your magic, work your light. Keep tuning into spirit. Energy healings are absolutely a must. So if you're not doing that yet, please, please do. I encourage you to go and do that. And yeah, that was just a quick, short and sweet divine masculine check-in. Let me know how you're doing. I would love to hear how everyone's feeling with all this kind of crazy energy. We do have a full moon approaching, so things are only going to amp up. But I do feel a lot of blessings are coming in. Yeah, a lot of blessings are coming in. So I love you guys so much. Thank you for being here. Thank you for your likes. Thank you for subscribing. I love to have you here and to build this community. And I will see you guys again soon.